Howdy, folks, and welcome to the webinar for Uber booking. Now, we're not talking about the Uber, the car thing. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the WordPress plugin. So, first of all, thank you for purchasing Uber booking. Now, you should know at this time, how to use the plugin, how to install it. So, I won't be going over that too much because you should have that knowledge from the tutorial that I provided to you guys. So that's that. Now I will go ahead and talk about a few things where people were confused. Okay. Now, few things. Calendar feed. What is that? A lot of people thought about that. Okay. So basically, if you click on it, copy it, and if you go there, what's going to happen? It's going to download a little file, ICS. Now, if you open this file, it's going to add all the events to your calendar. Okay. Now, so what you can do is, you can download this feed and open it with either Google Calendar, Apple Calendar, or any calendar, and it will add your all your appointments on there. That's what that is for. Okay. Install add-ons. So people were asking me, what is all this? Now, do you need to install WooCommerce? Well, if you want to sell a product, yes. Okay. If you don't care about selling any products, then you don't have to. So let me show it to you, okay? I'm installing it. It might take a while, guys. Just kidding. Let's see. So whenever I'm recording a webinar, everything lags, just so you guys know. But come on. Okay, I'm just gonna go. I guess it doesn't want me to go because it wants to finish the installation. I hope it doesn't take too long. Okay, there we go. So here's how it works, guys. So custom fields, right? So I guess I need to install that plugin if I want to show you how it works. I'm sorry. Let's see. Yeah. So make sure just make sure that you have that that plugin installed. Once you do install, you will see a little button that says add product for sale, just so you guys know. That's what that is for. Okay. A lot of people are confused about custom time slots. Custom time slot basically means starting May to May 31st. What kind of, if you want to disable any appointment. So if you don't want to get any appointment between this time, this is what you would do. Does that make sense? So I add it, and there won't be any appointments. I can add more dates. So if I want to do June 1st to June 10, if I want to add a Pacific, if my store only opens from, that's crazy, from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. This is what I would do. Okay, that's what custom time slot is. Now, emails. Do you need to run the cron job? Well, if you have some sort of cron job running on your site, then no. If you don't have any cron job running for any plugins or anything like that, then I want you to run this, cron job. If you don't know what this is, please contact your hosting company. Okay, these are the emails. Now, another big question I got was settings. So right here. So a lot of people, some people said that their email wasn't going through, or their email was going to spam. Here's why your email goes to spam, because you're supposed to use an SMTP. A lot of people don't. Okay, so it's not the plugin's fault. It's not your fault. It's the hosting fault, and it's not really hosting fault because hosting emails, PHP email, they're not supposed to be used for things like this. So here's what I want you to do. Okay, so if the emails is not working, first disable this first. Now save it, try it. Okay, if the email goes through fine, everything is good, you're good. Okay, if still that doesn't work, disable it still. Download one of these plugins and you'll need to enter your SMTP, like your Gmail SMTP. Like this. Okay, this is your Gmail SMTP. Or if you're even advanced, you can use things like SendGrid, Mailgun, things like Amazon SES. Keep those things in mind. Okay. Anybody else have any other questions about this? Good. Anybody? Those were things people were confused about, but rest of the things, I don't think anyone was confused. Okay. So that's that. Now, second question is, what was wrong with this plugin? Okay. What people didn't like about this plugin? Okay. I'll talk about that. Number one, you guys are like, oh, there's a big list. There isn't. So what was wrong with this plugin? I'll be honest, okay? I'm going to tell you what was wrong. What was wrong with this plugin? Now, there's a lot of things that's good about this Pro plugin, but there are some things that's not good, okay? Now, what a good thing that's good of this plugin is that, you know, it incorporates with your WordPress. It's easy to use. It's very simple. It does its job. Now, what was wrong with it? Okay, it needs WordPress. Now, I do understand that, you know, not everybody has WordPress. Okay. Number two, you have to be an admin of the website in order to use it. So has to be an admin, right? Something like that. Now, other reason people didn't like it was they thought, you know, hey, you know, it's not. Why is it, you know, not standalone? Why does it, you know, have to depend on WordPress? Again, back to the point number one, needs WordPress. Now, number three, people wanted to be able to, to be able to have, you know, multiple people log in, like their secretaries who shouldn't have access to admin, things like those. Okay, so those things. What else was wrong with this platform that people didn't like? What else I was thinking about? Forgot. So those were the main things. You know, people wanted something, you know, standalone, and they wanted multiple people to be able to log in. And number three, again, they wanted something professional looking. Okay, now by any means, you know, it's just a WordPress plugin, guys. Okay, so, you know, it looks weird sometimes. It doesn't look like a software because it's embedded in the software, right? So those were things that people didn't enjoy. So what we did is this. Okay, so we have something here. So for, you know, just looking at it right now, guys, just UI, you know, user interface. What do you guys think about it? User interface. You guys like it? If you like it, type 1. Now watch this. It looks like a real software because we can click this and take a look at this. So this is what, and, you know, your receptionist screen usually looks like. So this is that. Okay. What else didn't people like? Okay. So they didn't like the UI too much. They wanted more than English. Is that true? So here's what we did. We don't just have English, Arabic, Bulgarian, Ni hao ma, wo yao cheza, you know, Finnish, French, we, German, Greek, Hindi, namaste, kaisa hal khabar, Italiano, Japanese, you know, Portuguese, Romanian, salud, Russian, I don't know, Spanish, hola, que pasó, Turkish, I don't know. Okay, so people wanted multiple languages. So we added it for you. So let's try one, okay? Yeah, it isn't. Yeah, that's right. It is in Chinese. Isn't that good? Okay. We can put it in Hindi. This is beautiful. Okay. Now, again, let's go back at things people didn't like. So they wanted, you know, multiple people to be able to log in. So here's what we did. Users. Take a look at this now. So you have 3 types of people who can log in now. Number one is providers, meaning, for example, let's say you sell this to a doctor, right? And usually, you know, let's say you sell it to a clinic. Now, clinic usually has an investor they have doctors, they have, they have a bunch of people, they have receptionists, right? So here's what you can do. You can actually add doctors. So for example here, Dr. John Doe could be added here. I can add one more provider, and a provider can actually log in, but the provider won't see the settings. He will only see what's on agenda for him or her. Does that make sense? Now, what the secretary see? They see things like, they can add appointments, they can, modify things, they can look at the customers. That's secretary. Admins, they get full access. So I'm pretty sure you guys wanted this. Am I correct? Type 1 if this is good. You like what you see so far. Now, this is something that you can actually sell to big companies. Okay, let me show you a few things how it works. Okay, so I can create an appointment like this. Okay, I can create an appointment. I can add a client. So option number 1, we can go ahead and let's go and take a look at the front end of the site. So take a look at this. As you can see, you can add multiple these things. You get the idea, right? Let's take a look. Boom, boom, boom. It's very simple, very easy. It does what it's supposed to do in the best manner it can, okay? And customers, you can add customers here now. When people book an appointment, they get added to the customer list as well. What do you guys think about this? Now, here's the thing. Now, this platform, here's one more thing. This is not WordPress. This is not a plugin, okay? Now, I was thinking about this. I was thinking about, hosting it myself and giving you guys access, okay? I was thinking initially that. Then I thought, maybe this time, just for, people who already bought Uber Booking, I would give them the source code, the entire source code, and, everything. They can install it on their own client sites. They can install it on their own domain. And I wanted to give it to you guys for a dirt cheap price as a upgrade fee. Does that sound fair? Like, do you guys want something like this? If you want something like this, drop me a 7 on the question box. What do you guys think about it? Is that fair, guys? But here's one thing though. I want to be sure, okay? The price I'm going to offer you right now, okay? I'm about to offer a price. I cannot offer this to you afterwards, okay? I cannot. It's just cannot. I am gonna release this, the software in a week or two to everybody, and that time the price is gonna be double up what you see today, double or triple up what you see today. Okay, that's the only deal. Now let's take a look at the price. Now, does anybody want to guess the price? So here's what you're getting. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what you're getting. So you are getting full source code, unlimited resale rights, all future updates. Okay, you're gonna get all of this. Now, can anybody guess the price? Here's what's happening today. Here's something different about today's product. The entire amount that I collect from this, okay, the entire amount is going to be donated to somebody who needs it, okay? And I can easily offer this to you for $50, 97 bucks. So I was going to offer for 49 bucks for a single license and $97 for unlimited. That was my plan, okay? But here's the thing. The person I'm going to donate the money to, he needs it right now, okay? So I'm going to offer it to you for a dirt cheap price, okay? But the only thing is you have to purchase today, right now, in the next hour after the webinar ends. Is that fair? Drop me a 7 if you think that's fair. And boom, this is the price. Unbelievable, okay? And here's the link. And someone asked me a question. Someone says, are you suggesting that there is no update for the WordPress plugin? There is going to be I'm going to update that as well. That's a WordPress thing. WordPress plugin has its own advantages. This one has more advantages. Does that make sense? So both are good and you can use both. So this is the price, 25 bucks. You get the source code. And I'm releasing it myself. I'm releasing it under license, so you're more than welcome to do whatever you wish. Anybody have any questions? I guess no question. That's I love that. So like I said, guys, I'm releasing this under, full, do whatever it's called, GPL license. I'm releasing that under that to you guys. So you guys are free to do whatever you want. If you want to change the name, go right ahead. If you want to do whatever you want, that's up to you, okay? So you're going to see the license, GPL. That's just me offering that to you. You can get rid of it if you want to. Yes, good question. So you guys are asking me, do you get install instructions? Of course you guys do. You guys get a video installation instruction and also a PDF, step by step. You do need a basic hosting, okay? So share the HostGator account, or if you're hosted with HostMite, anybody, as long as they're decent, you should be able to install it perfectly fine. So right now, guys, I've given you the link. Anybody else have any other questions? Good question. So who can you sell this to? You can sell it to doctors, dentists, pretty much anybody. Let me show you something here. So if you go to users, again, admin is someone who has full access. Secretary is someone, who has limited access. They don't have entire things. So for example, a secretary can manage. So let's say, for example, John Smith, he has you want to add a receptionist who can manage this provider. Does that make sense, guys? So secretary A can manage provider A, B, C. You can select it here. Provider is like the actual doctor or dentist. Now, if there are no multiple providers, you just put the company name here. That's all you do. Guys, here's the link. I'm sending it one more time. Yeah, I do plan on adding an automated Google Calendar API. I'm just waiting for an approval from Google, okay, on that one. So those updates will be added to this one and the plugin. Sure, no problem, Dag. That's fine. You can take time. So at this time, guys, go ahead and take action. Does anybody have any questions? This one, I want to add. I'm going to add an SMS feature in future. That's in future. So the next major update is going to have SMS Twilio. So here's the problem, guys. So WordPress plugins, let me talk to you from developer's point of view. There are a few things we cannot do. Like, if you want to do crazy things, we can't do it with WordPress because WordPress had you limited on few things, okay? This software, it's ours, like there is no limitation. So, there are a few codes we cannot run inside what we call is WordPress core. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and add those features for you as well. Jack is asking a question. Jack says, Is this a standalone or does it run on top of WordPress? It's a standalone PHP software. Yes, it is mobile responsive. Randall is asking if there is a sales page. No, there is not a sales page for this one. I might make one next week, but at this point, there is no sales page. Take a look at the value you're getting, guys, today. For 25 bucks, you get to have the source code. That's crazy good. Sarah says, if I give it to the client, will they be able to alter the source code? It's up to you, Sarah. Like I said, I'm releasing the software to you on a GPL license. Pretty much that means do whatever heck you want. Now, if you want to get rid of that license, like, you don't want people to, modify, you want to get rid of that license, just tell people that it's a commercial license. Pierre is asking, do you stop using the no, still use the WordPress one. That's a great plugin. We're gonna keep updating it. Okay, this is just an upgrade extra for you. So for example, Pierre, let's say you find a doctor or dentist, right? Chances of them having a WordPress is sometimes, it's 50-50. Okay, in that case, you can use this. Does that make sense? With the WordPress, you have to have an admin login in order to check appointments, approve things. With this, you can create multiple users. Any other questions? Yeah, the WordPress version is pretty good too. Now this one, it looks like we built it for we were consulting another company and we built it then, and we kept the rights. You see, this is pretty cool. Yeah, so when we were consulting another company, and they had us build this, and we asked them, do you want to keep the full rights or do you just want the right to use it? And they said just the right to use it. I said, sure, why not? And that's good for me because you guys got it. I got to make a little bit of money so I can donate it to somebody. Hey, what's up, Nicholas? Let's see. Sure, I can do something about that, Dag. Let me think about it. Chicken momos, huh? I'm trying to lose weight, Nicholas. Roy is asking, does the source code have to be installed on a client site? No, it doesn't. Guys, how I sell white label, right? So I tell people to point their domain or subdomain to our server, and I install it on our server. You can do that too. So you don't give people access to the actual code. Anybody else have any other questions? If you bought this right now, please drop me an 8 right now. If you haven't bought it or you're gonna buy it, drop me a 9. So if you bought it already, drop me an 8. If you're gonna buy it, drop me a 9 right now. Dale says, do I have a documentation to do domain pointing? I don't, but I can create that for you guys. That's not a problem. I can add that on the sales page by Tuesday. Perfect. So yeah, basically the domain pointing works like this. So basically you add, so let's say the client wants to use, app.whatever domain.com. You add that on your cPanel through you have to add it through your WHM if you're using a cPanel or direct admin or Plex. Then you basically tell them whatever the name of whatever the IPs for the subdomain. You tell people to create an A record. Okay, that's option number one. Option number two is pretty simple. You tell them buy a domain, okay, .net, whatever they want, and you give them your name servers. But I'll create a document for that, not a problem. So how many of you guys are not buying and you have a question? Drop me a 10 and ask me a question. If you're not buying this, I want to know why. And Jag, I think you have a reseller with us too. Yeah, you can do it from your WHM, yeah? I'll create a document that should explain it very, very well. So guys, if you're not buying, let me know why, because I want to clear anything that you are confused about. All right, guys, I think this is the end of the session. I don't see any more questions. You guys take care and have a beautiful, beautiful evening. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you. Bye. Gene, not sure. I'll think about it. Thank you so much.